Hey, what's up, you guys? Chelsea Briggs here, coming to you from Sundance 2014, joined by Miles Teller, star of Whiplash.
Yeah. Yes.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's pretty noisy in this room, a lot of stuff going on, but that's Sundance. It's a lot of people in small rooms trying to stay warm.
Yep. We're here, so we'll talk loud.
Yeah.
And obviously Sundance, you were here last year.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be back? Is it different? A little different vibe this year?
Yeah, it is different. I mean, last year I kind of felt like I was at some place I didn't belong. I was at a party I don't know how I got invited to. But now having a film under my belt that did, really well up here, and I love independent filmmaking. I think like the festivals, to put a spotlight and a focus on that is really a special thing to be a part of. So it's good.
Speaking of doing the independents, you're also doing obviously the big studio movies.
Yeah.
Is it a weird transition for you? Is it different? Do you prefer the independent?
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say I do love independent filmmaking. That's really my favorite. And if studios were making, these kind of scripts, then I would have no problem doing a studio film. But I think if you really want to get a pretty heartfelt, honest drama, then you're going to go independently. But if you want to make a comedy and do some big stuff, then you're going to go the studio route. You can't do independent films and live, because nobody does them for money. And at some point, it's like, my car sucks. I would love to get a new car. My car does suck.
When are you going to get a new car?
We'll see how Divergent does, I guess.
Which I think it's going to do pretty well, Miles.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to predict those kind of things.
So, and with this movie, there's so much buzz around it. Yeah. And I read that you were scared of your mom watching it. You thought that she was going to have a hard time watching it. Did she see it at the premiere? Yeah,
well, my mom read the script. I give my parents a lot of the scripts. Once I tell them, don't give me your opinion on it until afterwards, because I don't want to hear anything. Yeah, my grandma was up here last year. This year it's just my mom, dad, my sister. But yeah, well, there's a car accident scene in the movie that was really tough, because in real life I was in a pretty bad car accident where I shouldn't have survived, and I did, and that was really traumatic for my mom.
So obviously going into this and having that experience in your belt, is that something, did it draw up these emotions that kind of you had at one point? At
a young age, I felt like I'd went through a lot. I really felt like I'd, experienced a lot of emotion and went through a lot of, different things. So yeah, you as an actor, you use it all once you kind of have control of it. Yeah. You just got to be careful, because you don't want to use it as therapy. I'm not trying to work out my own life. You got to tell the character story.
Definitely. And obviously with this film, you had to do intense training with drums, and you played the drums before.
Yeah.
But talk about that training and kind of going into preparing for the role.
Yeah, I played the drums since I was like 15. I played in a couple bands in high school. And then when I went to NYU, I took my drums up there. Small little dorm, I had my drum kit. And then when I moved out to LA, I took my drums. And yeah, but I've never played jazz. And jazz is really
different, right?
As far as like drumming goes, and technicality and precision and just like the virtuoso drummers are jazz drummers. They really are. So like Buddy Rich and Joe Jones and so I had about 3 weeks to kind of be able to play the songs that are in the movie.
Do you feel like after you did the movie, you had to take a break from playing the drums for a little bit? Like, did you kind of have to step away and like?
It's the opposite. I was playing like every day after the movie. Yeah.
And what do you want audiences to take away from this film, would you say?
I think people are taking away a lot of stuff. I had a couple people come up to me just being like, man, I had that boss. Like, I'm in that job right now with that boss. I hate my job. I hate that guy. But everyone's got that. I mean, for a lot of people, it's their father. It's somebody who they just never could please, just could never get their approval, but yet that's all they wanted. And so I think a lot of people are going to connect to this. It's a very human story, and also I think people are going to be pretty, like, the music's engaging, the music's very cool, and it's plays like a thriller. So I think people are going to be very, very into it.
Awesome. And lastly, what are 3 things in your Sundance survival kit? What do you need to get through this crazy week?
Emergency. They give out these water bottles that clip onto your belt, which that's a huge plus. Socks. I only brought ankle socks. I kind of screwed up.
Oh, no.
I know. So I've just been doubling them up.
Well, listen, hey, try to get some sleep, because you're like the busiest guy I know.
Yeah.
So try and get some sleep, and we'll see you around. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.